Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, City of Las Vegas Communications Director David Riggleman. Coming up on this show, a look at what's happening in Ward 5. From an urban farm keeping the community healthy to a world-class museum taking shape in Symphony Park. There's a lot to tell you about. Of course, the councilman who represents Ward 5 is none other than the incomparable Cedric Crear. We're going to welcome him back to the show.
I love that introduction. Incomparable. My goodness.
You are.
Did somebody write that down?
Oh, that was me. You know, that's how I feel about you. So,
well, thank you. Hold on. Well, thank you very much. But before we get started, we have a big congratulations to you. 25 years with the City of Las Vegas as our communications director. Congratulations, man. That is an amazing feat to say that you have mitigated the voice of the City of Las Vegas and through different multiple mayors, through Mayor Oscar, through Mayor Carolyn, through city managers, through different council people. You deserve a blue ribbon and a cross to manage all of that. God bless you. Thank you. But thank you. And it says a lot about you as an individual for you to be able to mitigate all that over the last 25 years.
Well, thank you, Councilman. That's very kind of you to say. It's been a labor of love, and to work with people like you over the years, it makes it all worthwhile. Because
thank you.
I feel like we're trying to make the community better. You know, our core purpose here, we always say, is building community to make life better. We all believe that here. Everyone, from the council office to whatever job you have here at the city, we truly believe in.
Yeah, I mean, 25 years ago, think about the community. I mean, you were there, right? You really came into not much and to build what we. I mean, we're in KCLV studio here, located at City Hall. The staff, the team, everything has evolved from just putting out press releases to having an entire social media department now, right? That
the world has changed.
Who would have thought that 25 years ago, that we would have a social media department? And then what a vital role that social media department plays. It's not just giving out cute stuff. I mean, it's pertinent information now. People go to social media to find out what's going on in the world. And so that's where they communicate. And so that team is so important. Our entire communications team are important. So,
thank you, Councilman.
Kudos,
thank you for your support over the years too. It's made it all worthwhile because I feel like I've always had such wonderful support from. I've worked for 6 city managers and 25 different council people, but I've always had support no matter who was in sitting in the chairs.
I don't know how you do that. These council people, woo!
Well, it's some good ones like you. So.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, but congratulations.
Well, thank you, Councilman, and I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Well, we're going to talk about Ward 5. Now, you know this because you're born and raised there. You know it like the back of your hand. But for those of you out there not exactly sure where Ward 5 is located, we're going to show you right on the map there. This is a really interesting ward because it encompasses our downtown, which as you can see there off on the right, the east side of the map, but it goes all the way out to the northwest, clear out past Cheyenne. So you've got a little bit of everything in there, Councilman. The historic west side, downtown, and then the growing northwest area too. So.
Yeah, I always say that we have one of the most diversified wards in the city, right? Downtown core, what's happening there, which is a whole different dynamic to sort of the ruralness that takes place in Alfred Lone Mountain and Cheyenne and Ann Road and out that way. And so you really have to lead the direction of the ward. And one size does not fit all in Ward 5.
And you've done that, you've learned that very well, and you've navigated that very well over the years because your ward's got, like you said, very diverse, but you serve it, and we try to as well because no matter where you live, you're part of the city.
No doubt about it, and it's great. I've been blessed to serve in this position. I think we've accomplished a lot in a very short period of time. And it's just awesome to be the person to lead this charge. It has been, I can't thank the people of Ward 5 enough for allowing me to serve as the council person for Ward 5. So.
And Councilman, that is a perfect segue into our first topic here because the City of Las Vegas is taking steps to address food deserts in the historic West Side community. Now, the councilman has led the way through the 100 Plan in action. This has been very successful in his time here. So last month, the historic West Side Urban Farm hosted a farmer's market at James Gay Park. Now, this is pretty cool because who knew that there was a hydroponic farm in the middle of our city growing vegetables and all kinds of other food for the community?
Yeah, I tell you, we're very solution oriented in Ward 5. We look to see what the challenges are. We come up with a strategic solution for that, and then we execute on that. This is one aspect of that. We have 25% of our community experiences some form of food insecurity.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
What are we going to do about trying to get fresh leafy greens to make our community healthier, to get food out? And with the help of MGM Resorts and the $500,000 donation they gave the city of Las Vegas through the Mayor's Fund for Las Vegas Life, we were able to stand up our hydroponic farm. And we're giving what we grow back out to the community in multiple facets, all of our active adult centers and through different events like the Urban Farm. I tell you, it's at a place called Jamesgate Park, which was closed for a number of years, and now we've repurposed that, and we're going to have a lot more to do there. It's just really great to see that we've taken something that was stagnant, we found a solution to what's going on, and we're working to do it. It tells you about, government. People joke, government's not the solution to your problems. Well, yes, you're right, but we can't help out in some shape or form. And I think we're a support operation to work with the community to get this out.
Yeah, and you're solving a problem. You touched on this. 1 in 4 people that live in the historic West Side are food insecure, meaning they're not exactly sure where the next meal's coming from. Second thing, this is important to know, is that a food desert, if you're not familiar with the term, is an area where people lack access to nutritious, affordable food. Now, there's nutritional food in other parts of the city, but how affordable it's going to be, that's the point here.
Yep. Look, David, we also have plans for Jamesgate Park. The plan is to build a orchard there as well, because we're growing leafy greens, but now fresh fruits we're going to give out to community. And then we're going to build a co-op grocery facility there in that park. We're going to keep some green space, keep the playground area that's there, but there's a master plan for Jamesgate, which is going to be awesome. And that's going to help satisfy that requirement as well of trying to mitigate that 25% food insecurity. So there's a lot going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've had a couple of farmers markets.
Yes.
The first one took place last summer inside Doolittle because of the heat, but you had one at Jamesgate as well. And the idea is to try to do like 4 a year.
We do.
So you take that food, and the facility is incredible. It's grown in these former boxcars with, it's just like something out of a movie.
It is. And when you walk through there, it's pretty cool to see the hanging vines and the growth and how that whole thing's happened inside of a shipping container.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, look, reiterates the fact that there's some smart people out in the world who can come up with a concept to do something like that.
It's like something you'd see, on a space station or something somewhere.
It is.
So,
it is. You see the containers when you drive up and you go, I wonder what's going on over there. And then you open up you literally open up a shipping container, you walk in and these stuff is growing.
It sure is.
It's pretty cool. And I also want to just thank our vendors that participated in that urban farm with us, because without them, it's not just us giving out, but we have other people who come in, everything from strawberries, honey, jams, all the different things that you find at a farmer's market, which is pretty cool. And I can tell you that also, from being born and raised and growing up in the historic West Side, I never would have thought we had a farmer's market right in the historic West Side. I don't. Yeah, I tell you, some things that are. Whoever thought we would have farmers market? Who thought we would be having esports tournaments right in the core of the historic West Side? Madden, like wow, this is pretty cool to see it in our community. So thank you to everybody, and thank you to our community services team for helping us organize this. I always say this, David. We've got some smart, great people who are very passionate and caring about growing our community, and if you just give them an opportunity to do what they do, beautiful things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So
this is another example of it.
Keep your eyes peeled out there. We'll keep you updated on the future farmers markets for the things that are grown in these hydroponic containers.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool, cutting edge, and it's good stuff. So, and then Councilman, this is really exciting. You talk about next level. Las Vegas is becoming, of course, a hub for arts and culture, not just sports and entertainment, and that's just really exciting. The council recently approved an agreement to secure land for a museum. Now, it's called the Las Vegas Museum of Art, and it will call Symphony Park in Ward 5 its home.
I'm almost speechless on this. I know we've tried to bring in an art museum
for years
for different things that didn't make it happen. Symphony Park has become the cultural epicenter of our city, Smith Center for Performing Arts, World Market Center. And to see the Smith Center and what it has accomplished and the level of culture it's brought into the downtown corridor is amazing. This is going to just put it on a whole nother level, put it on steroids with the Las Vegas Museum of Art. I have to thank Elaine Wynn, Heather Harmon, and so many people who worked to bring this to fruition and come together.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
A big deal.
You know what? It's the right people at the right time to do what needs to get done. We're the largest metropolitan city in the country that does not have
hit on that, Councilman. That's exactly
art museum,
right. That's exactly right.
Which is kind of interesting within itself. We are growing our city. We're diversifying our city. We need a major metropolitan art museum in our community. The cool thing about it also is that Mrs. Wynn is the co-chair for the LACMA, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art in Los Angeles in LA County. What makes that so important is that LACMA is the largest and most proficient art museum on the West Coast. If you've never been there, I urge you to go take it out.
It's phenomenal.
Great. It's phenomenal with the quality of work they have. We're partnering with them, so we're going to have an opportunity to have a lot of the content, because usually your museums, it's tough to get content, shows that are coming in. They have the ability to help us with our content. So we'll have world-class art with world-class artists that'll be right here in downtown Symphony Park that are servicing our community. I believe that people will come to Las Vegas, not only just for a football game or just to see a show or whatever.
I agree. Couldn't
I think people are going to come to go, where are you going this weekend? We're going to Las Vegas. Why? Because they're going to go to the Las Vegas Museum of Art to see the so-and-so, so-and-so.
Well, the two premier museums of art in the United States are LACMA in Los Angeles and MoMA in New York. And now we're going to be affiliated with one of them right here in Las Vegas. Councilman, this is an estimated $150 million museum, of course, in partnership with LACMA. That's the Los Angeles County Museum of Modern Art, as we said. And of course, Elaine Wynn is the other driving force behind this, because she's coming not only with good wishes, but a very open checkbook, too.
She is, and you know, she views this as a legacy project for her. She has been a staunch advocate for art, whether going back to the Nevada Ballet Theater, to the Smith Center, to whatever. She's always had her footprint involved in creating a cultural hub for the city of Las Vegas, and the work that they did with Wynn, bringing in art galleries into the Bellagio, and just they've always had a fingerprint and a pulse of the art culture. And so for her to be involved in this adds an instant level of credibility. And you know that if she gets behind it,
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you've seen the renditions of what it looks like.
Let's talk about that.
World class architect and Mr. Crear, who is awesome. I had a chance to meet him. Award-winning.
I have not met him, but
I have. He's done work around the world. And we're bringing that right into the downtown Las Vegas into Symphony Park. So you know that it's going to be on a scale. Imagine if you can imagine what you think it may be, and then triple that. That's what it's going to be.
Think about that, because we've got Frank Gehry designed the Ruvo Center, and then right adjacent to it is going to be this museum designed by Francis Crear. 90,000 square feet, Councilman. It's going to be built at the South City Parkway and Symphony Park Avenue. It'll have 3 exhibit spaces, a gift shop, cafe, outdoor public space, small theater, and lobby. But the design of the building really is intriguing, because it's a tribute to Las Vegas, a nod to Las Vegas in many ways. It's supposed to show the triangles reflect Paul Williams' Guardian Angel Cathedral on the Strip, and then the color of the building reflects the surroundings, Red Rock, around Las Vegas. So Mr. Crear obviously just didn't sit down and do this on a napkin one night. He really put a lot of thought into the whole thing.
I tell you, visionaries are visionaries, and Francis is great. He's based in Berlin. He's Guyanian. And if you just look him up, K-E-R-E, and an accent on the last E, look him up and see some of the work that he's done around the world. And he's designed everything from schools in Ghana to world-class facilities.
Award too.
And
so
we're really fortunate he come out. He came out to Las Vegas to sort of kick the tires, I think. And I had a chance to meet him. We took him to the Smith Center, and I think he must have seen the vision of our city. He sees the vision of Symphony Park. He sees the vision of downtown. Because when you get someone like that, they somewhat, pick and choose the projects that they want to work on. It's not like you say, hey, we're going to allow you to do this. Oh, are you now? Well, thank you. I think he can pick and choose from around the world the things that he wants to put his time on. And so for him to be able to work with us
big deal.
Is a really, really big deal. Yeah.
Well, we're really proud of it. And again, gosh, the architecture that is going to be on Symphony Park, this is just going to add to the the Smith Center, the Ruvo Center.
No doubt about it.
And now this.
Yeah, and once again, thank you, Elaine Nguyen. Thank you, Heather Harmon. Thank you, Poonam Mathur. Thank you to the entire team at the Nguyen Foundation, the work that they're working on, the Elaine Nguyen Foundation. They're just great people to work with, great group of individuals, and they are going to make this happen. Yeah. We're excited.
So looking to break ground in 2026 and completed in 2028.
How about that?
Coming up here. I'll be here before
I'll be there.
You know? So I know you will. I know you
Yes.
will. And then, Councilman, speaking of milestones, our Parks and Rec and Cultural Affairs Department is celebrating its 75th anniversary. Recently held a community fun day in recognition in Ward 5. This took place over at Lorenzi Park. And you held a special ceremony to commemorate the day.
I did. First, congratulations to the city of Las Vegas. 75 years, Parks and Rec, Cultural Affairs. That's pretty amazing how time flies. We could have celebrated that any park, but we chose Lorenzi Park in Ward 5. So thank you all for bringing that celebration into Ward 5. To my park, Lorenzi.
Because you grew up going there, yeah.
We used to walk up to Lorenzi, and when I started playing tennis, my brother and I walk up there and play tennis. We would go to the park, we go to the lake. It's my park. But we did have a special announcement, a special ceremony. We're expanding the tennis courts at Lorenzi.
Talk about that.
And we're also going to build a pro shop there. Right now, it's just a trailer. The Inspiring Children's Foundation and No Quit Tennis Academy is located there. They do an amazing job of nurturing our youth and developing them into tennis, into sports, and also into life. They do a lot of mental training, they do a lot of social training. So it's not just hitting tennis balls. But the tennis facility is going to be called the Marty Hennessy Tennis Complex at Lorenzi Park. And Marty Hennessy, was he my first tennis coach? He was the coach for just about everybody at the old Desert Inn Hotel. There were courts in the back where Marty got started in the golf course area, a little small shop, and it grew. And then he became a teaching pro for a lot of people. He's at Turnberry now. He's taught everybody from me to Tony Bennett, and he's the co-founder of that Inspiring Children's Foundation. And not only is he just an exceptional tennis player, tennis coach, he is an absolute positive, wonderful individual. You've never heard anybody say one bad word about Marty Hennessy. So it's
awesome. Appropriately named. That's awesome.
Man, it's
That's
great. And it was so great to see. He was there. His family was there. And Marty's not one for a lot of words. But, I always say we do things in life, we don't do them to be recognized. Marty, we as kids, we would get dropped off at the Desert Inn in the back. And Carolyn Goodman's son, Ross played tennis with us growing up. And so all kids would be there. You would end up at the start of the Desert Inn, you might be at the Sands, you might walk over to Cambridge, you might walk down to the Las Vegas Country Club. We weren't members, but we still walked down to the Las Vegas Country Club and we'd play tennis, we would go to whatever. And it was just these kids hanging out. And Marty sometimes give us rides home in the evening, hop in his van and give us a ride home. And so it was just very much family, very much community. And Marty has been at the epicenter of that. He's just a really great guy. So I'm so grateful. And I have to thank Ryan Wolfington of the Inspiring Children's Foundation, who sort of helped us work and make this whole thing. It was a surprise to him when we unveiled it. So it was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tennis, I've heard you and others say it's a game you can play for your whole life.
It is.
So there you go.
It is. And for us young kids, there was we played during Andre Agassi growing up playing tennis, to myself, my brother, Perry Rogers, Kurt Magel, and just a list of people that we all played tennis with.
Big stuff.
Yeah, we all had a great time. So congratulations, Marty.
Well-deserved, Marty.
Yes.
And Councilman, this is great too. You want to tell everybody out there that, after this show, stay tuned for the Ward 5 Community Forum. It's an annual event that Councilman has sponsored, keeping Ward 5 residents informed on what's happening in their neighborhoods. You want to know what's going on, what's coming up?
Yeah.
It's the opportunity. So tune in right after this, folks.
We have done a community forum every year, and normally the mayor does a state of the city address, and that kind of talks about all the wards and what's going to the city. The mayor plants a seed of where we're moving forward, some of the things we've accomplished in the past year. And so we took that concept and said, why don't we do that for Ward 5? And, we are an open book. I think we have an open door policy in Ward 5. And so we go out, we talk about, from the first one, this is why we're here. This is what our plans are. Second year, this is what happened. This is where we came up a little short. These are the accomplishments we made, but this is where we're going in year 3. Same thing happened year 4, now in year 6. This is what's taking place. And so as I round out my term as council person, this will be our last forum. And so we're going to talk about what we've done and what we have yet to still do, what's on the books to do, what we aspire still to do. And the goal is also to leave this office in a position where a new council person can walk in and they can say, okay, there's a blueprint for the success of it. We're going to update the 100 plan in action.
Keep the momentum going.
Keep momentum going, hopefully, but we'll have an update of the 100 plan in action, which will have, a snapshot of where we were, what we say we're going to do, what we have to do, what we accomplished, and where we're still going.
It's always a great event. Very informative. You have a resource fair ahead of time beforehand.
That's important. The resource fair is great because beforehand you can go talk to the people who are actually doing the work. You can go talk to department heads of Parks and Rec, Culture, Economic Urban Development, Operation Maintenance, and really get answers to your questions from the people who are actually doing the work. You can talk to me all day long, and I love it. But with that said, you talking to the people is also
boots on the ground.
Yeah, the boots on the ground folk that are there. So we have that beforehand. We'll also be around afterwards, a little bit after that, to answer questions.
You always do.
So
always do.
It's great. I say anybody who wants to know what's going on in Ward 5. And also it ties into the entire city because what happens in Ward 5 benefits the entire city. So it gives you a good snapshot and idea of what we're doing.
Yeah, perfect.
So please come out.
Thanks, good Councilman. Appreciate that. And also, too, want to tell everybody you have some upcoming events that we don't want to miss. I'll make sure everyone knows about it. This is very important, everyone. The African American Trailblazer Service Awards. Now, nominations are open, but they close on October 18th at 5 o'clock. The categories, let's go through these. Business and Economic Advancement Award, Community Activism, Political Award, Educator Award, Tyrone Thompson Emerging Leader Award, and the Spiritual Community Award. Those are the categories. And again, everyone, the nominations are going to close on the 18th at 5 o'clock. The ceremony to recognize will be January 23rd, 2025, from 9 to 11:30 at City Council chambers.
Yeah, those are great. Please nominate people.
Yeah.
We always think that we know everybody, but we don't. And we love to try to recognize some unsung heroes, too, that don't get the ability to get recognized. They just do the work every day. So please nominate somebody.
Exactly right. It's a wonderful, wonderful program. And then, it's Halloween time, and we have all kind of things going on here. We have the Bolden Area Command is having their trunk or treat, Councilman, October 26th, 6 to 9, 1851 Stella Lake, candy music, best Halloween costume contest, haunted house, etc. You can't beat it, and it's safe.
That's important. Make sure that you have a safe environment to be in. Come out and support Metro too. We have some amazing officers that'll be there, and it's a lot of fun. And
then you have the other event, the Halloween Safe Night. October 31st is on Halloween itself, 5 to 8. This is at Doolittle over at the City Center. Free trunk or treat. You got, oh my gosh, listen to this, bungee bounce, climb haunted house, dress up in costumes, food, all kinds of stuff. It's always a great thing. All ages, love to have you come out.
Yep, no doubt.
It's a great.
It's another safe environment. People come out, have fun, safe environment, safe environment, safe environment.
That's the idea. Exactly, Councilman, exactly. And Councilman, a couple other events coming up. This is good stuff. November 3rd is the Las Vegas Marathon. It's going to start at Red Rock, but go right down through your ward, end up downtown.
Pretty cool. This is the first year that we've had the Las Vegas Marathon, starting from Red Rock, coming all the way down to the entire city. It's going to be pretty exciting. For the record, I am not running, but I will.
It's all right.
I will.
You're supporting it. That's all right.
Maybe be on the sideline,
cheering the folks,
offering you a beer afterwards.
There you go. You deserve one after that. So it starts again, as we said, at Red Rock, goes into the downtown. This is some pretty cool stuff. The launch team has partnered with the Las Vegas Marathon to offer marathon training to anyone who's interested. And also, those who are 18 and younger, the training is free for you if you're interested in jumping in there and being part of it. So the half marathon, by the way.
Think about this for a second. Can you imagine running from Red Rock to downtown Las Vegas?
At least it's downhill, kind of.
People don't want to drive to run. They say to themselves, where is it? You're in Red Rock now. You say to yourself, hey, meet me where? Downtown. I'm not going all the way over there.
That's too far.
I got to take a car. I got to get on the freeway. I got to drive. Oh, my goodness. Nevertheless, run. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long way to go. And again, it's a marathon, half marathon, yeah, get involved. If you need to get some training, they'll get you in.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
yeah, the free training is great. The training.
So that is the third. And then Councilman, Neon City Festival, first ever Neon City Festival is going to take place in the downtown November 22nd through 24th. This is going to overlap with F1. So hopefully people will not only be out at the race, also come downtown. But this is just free music, concerts, the entire weekend, open to all ages, free. Did I mention free? And the music runs the gamut from EDM, country, rock, hip hop.
Yeah.
We got it all down there.
It's going to be great. You know, if you haven't been down to downtown, if you haven't been underneath the canopy and the stages that are there, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just the different properties open up the doors. You can come in, you can go out, you can have a great time, listen to amazing music, see the vendors, and great time.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yep. Right over the holiday period, too, so it'll be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. And it's a brainchild of Derek Stevens from the Circa. He's working with the LVCVA that offered to fund a lot of the event. Jeff Victor is the CEO of the event. He's also with the Circa. And of course, they're working with Andrew Simon and his crew at Fremont Street Experience and other downtown businesses all the way into the Arts District. So a little bit of everything that weekend. I think the idea is just come down, have a good time, and if you're not inclined to go to the race, then come down here.
Yeah, should be great. Should be a lot of fun.
Exactly. Well, Councilman, we're just about out of time. Pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to tell everybody out there, hey, we always want to hear from you. So if there's something you'd like to share with Councilman Crear, you can contact him at 702-229-6405 or send him an email. His address is ccrear@lasvegasnevada.gov, and he or one of his great staff will get right back to you. So, well, Councilman, we'll see you next time around in about 6 weeks. We'll do another show.
Thank you.
Update everybody. Good luck in the forum, which is coming up right after this show. And also, folks, don't miss our next show beginning October 17th with Ward 6 Councilwoman Nancy Bruni. You can now catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. Also, watch for our QR code during the closing credits of this show to subscribe to our newsletter. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time around.